What's good? It's Chigozi, Monday, March 30th, 2020. This video is going to show you how simple it is to see how the Freemasons put out rituals by a very specific code and how you can see it right away using Gematria. So again, I say it all the time, the clues are right in the pictures. Besides the fact that we're on CNN, so you know it's Masonic propaganda by the numbers. You see that Sheriff Knox County right here, all by the code. And then you have their badge right there, this little sun-shaped thing. It is this gang, this one world order putting this out. And if you can't agree with that or see through it or whatever, this is where gematria comes in. I'm not here to argue with you that the sheriff, the police are putting things out by the code, because they are. You just see the riddles. Every article they put out is a riddle. Armed vigilantes blocked a neighbor's driveway with a tree to force him into quarantine. This is a riddle. It is always by the numbers. And how do you know you solved it correctly? When the gematria matches, when it's very clear synchronicity with the numbers. So you have to ask yourself, okay, armed vigilantes are blocking a neighbor's driveway. They could have all stood there. They could have all blocked it with some appliances. They could have all blocked it with their cars. They could have all blocked it with so many things. But it was a tree chosen to block the driveway to force him into quarantine. You have to ask yourself why. Yes, you could say, neighbor, why the driveway? I'm sure they're all coded as well, right? But to keep it simple, why are they blocking it with a tree? And then it's about quarantining. And honestly, this is such a clear riddle. I just immediately did the gematria for tree in my head and then saw how it equaled 48. I knew that equaled to quarantine. And you just leave and look at the whole headline. They use quarantine at the end. So just that to emphasize, these things pop out so quickly. You see the numerology, the gematria, the riddle before you even see the whole sentence pop out. Tree, T is the 20th letter. R is the 18th. So 20 plus 18 is 38. Plus E, the fifth letter, becomes 43. Plus E, the fifth letter again, becomes 48. And it was even quicker. I mean, I just did it T, E, E, that's 20 plus 5, that gives you 30, plus R is 18, 48. So you can do it any other way, whichever's quicker, just to show you how quick you can think about it. Bam, 48, that's the number for quarantine. And that's just knowing the patterns. Again, there's these general patterns they're putting out all by the code. So, what do? What do? You just type out quarantine in the calculator. It's a longer word. You might want a calculator for it. Or you can do it in your head. You do it on a piece of paper. Quarantine 48 using the alphabetical order, the rules of numerology. Q is the 17th letter. 1 plus 7 is 8. Use the 21st. 2 plus 1 is 3. A is the first. You reduce each letter to a single digit. Sum them together, you get 48. Just like tree. Using the alphabetical order without the rules of numerology. So that's a very clear riddle by the number 48. See how this works? They both also equal 60, and then this we get additional. That's where the calculator helps. You see how quarantine reversing reducing equals 60. Likewise, tree reversing in alphabetical order, where A is 26, Z is 1 gives you 60. So very clear riddle by the numbers. And that's why I'm not even going to do the gematria of vigilantes, of driveway, of anything. I'm just going to keep it extremely simple. I'm not even going to do Knox County or Sheriff. I'm sure, I know for a fact they're all coded parts of this riddle. But just seeing how it's completely by the numbers. Armed vigilantes are showing you more riddles, more scare tactics. Tisha Bob 134 minute 34-second video. This was 94 seconds. Going back to this coronavirus nonsense. Let's see if we can get that at least in gematria and then close the video, because that video length is important. Coronavirus. Let's do pandemic. It's good to know these numbers anyway. Coronavirus pandemic equals 94. And they have a 94-second video about them quarantining during the coronavirus pandemic. Don't forget else equals 113, another big number. It equals 220, it's 2020, 22, the master building number. This is their master plan. The Scottish Rite Freemasons, Scottish Rite 113, Scottish equals 113. Terror 94 is a terrorist plot from the you-know-who's, the real terrorists who rule over you. Peace out.